Hey, have you been feeling stuck lately? Like you're just existing instead of living? Yeah, me too. About 2 years ago, I had a job I didn't like, ate the same food and Googled how to be happy at 11 p.m. But here's the twist. Life doesn't change all at once. It changes in tiny moments. The 5-second decisions, the uncomfortable choices, and a little bit of science. So today, let's talk about how to change your life with real science, no fluff, and maybe a few embarrassing stories from my past. Let's go. Your brain is a lazy genius. First things first, your brain, it's not trying to ruin your life. It just wants to keep you safe and efficient. According to neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza, by the time you're 35, over 90% of your thoughts and behaviors are subconscious. You're basically a walking, talking habit loop. So when you try to change your life and your brain says, nah, let's just binge Netflix and eat chips, it's not because you suck. It's because your brain loves autopilot. But here's the kicker. Neuroplasticity. That's your brain's superpower, the ability to rewire itself. And every time you do something new, uncomfortable or challenging, your brain starts changing. I myself have done this with my brain and still do. As I am very inquisitive and have declared war on the daily grind, I am always finding new challenges that are fun and help me develop. The 5-second rule. Ever heard of Mel Robbins? She's not a scientist, but her 5-second rule is backed by behavioral science. The rule. If you have an instinct to act on a goal, you must physically move within 5 seconds, or your brain kills it. Why does it work? It interrupts the default brain loop. You bypass that lazy autopilot and act before your brain can stop you. Example. Waking up early, alarm goes off. Count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. No thinking, just move. Sounds dumb? Try it. I changed my entire morning routine this way, and yes, it works. You just have to overcome your inner inertia. Sounds easier than it is, but you will feel a change quickly, and this is just the beginning. There were so many days when the alarm went off and I kept setting it a few minutes further, only to close my eyes a few more times. That was terrible. After finally getting up, I felt even worse than if I had gotten up straight away. So a direct start to the day without delay. Identity-based habits. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, says, every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. So instead of saying, I want to run more, say, I'm a runner. Your identity drives your behavior. Even cooler, your habits reinforce your identity. So when you journal once, meditate for 5 minutes, or take a walk, you're becoming the kind of person who takes care of their mental health. I have an acquaintance who actively lives this. Whenever something is bothering him or he realizes that he is falling back into old habits, he goes for a run, a walk, or a bike ride to calm his mind and approach issues with more clarity and focus. I have the greatest respect for this discipline. Dopamine and the motivation myth. Let's talk dopamine, the brain's hype chemical. Most people think dopamine is the reward, like, woohoo, I finished a task. But research shows it actually spikes in anticipation of the reward. This is why scrolling TikTok feels amazing, but doing taxes doesn't. In short, make goals dopamine friendly. Break big tasks into mini wins. Celebrate the smallest progress. Use music, movement, and visuals. Example. I used to hate riding my bike. Now I put on a playlist that makes me feel like a Marvel superhero. That's dopamine. I'm in a really good mood every time I cycle to work. 11 kilometers each way. Music, nature, and just myself at that moment. And if the day was really bad at work, then I look forward to the way back, with good music and maybe a little more effort to really challenge myself again. Simply great. Environment is greater than willpower. Fun fact, willpower is overrated. According to Stanford psychologist B.J. Fogg, behavior equals motivation plus ability plus prompt. But guess what? Your environment plays the biggest role. Want to read more? Put your book on your pillow. Want to drink more water? Leave a water bottle next to your laptop. Trying to stop doom scrolling? Delete the app. Or at least log out. Don't rely on motivation. Design for success. In this case, I'm being really consistent with myself. Everything that could stop me from doing certain things is eliminated. If you really want change, sometimes you have to develop tunnel vision on what's important. I know it's tricky to have the discipline on days when you don't really feel like it, to muster up the energy and do something for your change. Do something. It's better than nothing. As the saying goes, you are the architect of your own happiness. The 1% rule. If you improve just 1% per day, you'll be 37 times better in a year. Not perfect, just 1% better. That's what changed my life. No big I quit my job and moved to Bali story. Just a better meal, more time with the family, discovered new hobbies. I created a YouTube channel, did further education instead of another episode in the hamster wheel called life. Stack up those successes. Keep stacking them. That's how you can actually change your life. I can only encourage everyone to pick themselves up and learn new things or expand their knowledge, because these things make you and shape you as a person every day. A little recap for your life change. Rewire your brain. 5-second rule. Identity habits. Dopamine hacks. Environment design. 1% daily. Changing your life isn't about a giant leap. It's a series of tiny, quiet, powerful moments. So pick one thing from today's video and act on it within 5 seconds. If this helped, smash that like button, subscribe for more science-backed self-development, and tell me in the comments, what's one habit you're starting today? And remember, even small things can have a big impact in the future. Catch you next time. Go change your life. Bye.